All right, let's do this again. Okay. We have just been kind of plagued by technical difficulties and just games not cooperating today. So it's been kind of one of those days. But yeah, just had my capture card kind of fail on me, and the image to my TV was no longer being projected. It seems like earlier today it was already having some audio issues. The audio was cutting in and out. It was picking up the audio still, but it wasn't sending it to my TV for some reason. So yeah, it looks like it slowly degraded to the point where the whole TV turned itself off and it would not connect. Had to do a full restart to get it to work. So yeah, fun stuff. But yeah, go ahead and... What is that outside? Hold on, we got sirens. Hold on one second. Okay, just making sure the house isn't on fire. It was like really loud sirens coming from across the street or something. I don't know. It's a crazy day. It's a very crazy day. But yeah, it's been a busy week. We've got a lot of our streaming time was taken away this week, so wanted to get back in and start strong today. But yeah, it's been kind of a rough start, to tell you the truth. So much so that I'm actually going to go back and redo some of the playthrough that we did in the last episode. There was a part that was a stealth section where I was supposed to be apparently being taught how to do stealth, but it had very little on-screen prompts. It seemed a little rough. The enemy placement was very dense. Very little instruction on screen telling me what to do. Not as smooth as stealth sections in other Assassin's Creed games. And one of the things that I like about Assassin's Creed is the fact that, like, I'm not a person who really likes stealth games, but the way they place the enemies and they give you that power fantasy of they line it up so like there is a good path like to get there and make you feel like this stealth assassin master, you know. And this game so far has kind of been the opposite of that. It's kind of been like everybody just thrown in weird spots. You're expected to cross areas where you're not really sure if the enemy can see you or not. A lot of fences with holes in them that it's obvious they could see right through, but for some reason that counts as not being able to be seen. So I'm just a little confused right now on what like the limitations of the enemies is to actually see me when I'm up on the roof. A lot of questions that aren't really being answered, and it's kind of made for a really bad time at the end of the last episode, so it was a little frustrating. So we're going to go ahead and give the game the benefit of the doubt. I rewind the clock a little bit to the beginning of the mission. I'm going to try it again with open mind and see if we can, you know, maybe take it a different way, or maybe there was some prompt that I missed. But this is 2 episodes in a row where we are getting a little bit annoyed, to tell you the truth, with the stealth at the beginning of this game. It hasn't been the refreshing tutorial that like you usually have at the beginning of Assassin's Creed games. They kind of just throw you into it and expect you to kind of like Dark Souls, just figure it out on your own, I guess, which is fine. But like unfortunately the buttons have changed quite a bit from like Odyssey and other Assassin's Creed games, so they kind of need to tell you what tools you have at your disposal, and I'm just not really familiar. Maybe I'm just being totally stupid and it's all there in front of my face, but right now, worst case scenario, we just learn it by doing it over and over and messing it up a bunch of times, but that's not the ideal way to learn it, not the fun way. So let's go ahead and give it another try. Here, so rude of me. Let me invite you into the studio here. Get in a little bit closer here. We can be friends. Yeah, I am in my corner. It's a Friday here. Usually I would be getting ready for tennis right now, but Yuki is getting off from work a little bit early, so I decided to cancel tennis so I can pick her up. She wins out over tennis and everything, so good for her. But yeah, go ahead again, give this another try. We had a frustrating episode of Disney Speedstorm where they're getting super greedy and ratcheting up the microtransactions to a point that's kind of disgusting. So that wasn't a fun experience. This last Assassin's Creed episode was kind of frustrating. So we're hoping that our third time is a charm here. Although we're off to a really rough start with the third time here, because we already had to cancel the episode once for technical difficulties and restart it. So hopefully all the problems are behind us now. Let's get back to this. I wanted this to be the big return to streaming today after a few days of real life getting in the way, but apparently the streaming gods have other ideas. So let's hope they are satisfied with how much chaos they've strewn so far in our life and gonna let us off easy. So okay, let's talk to our guy again. Let me give you guys audio.
もはや小娘ではなく伊賀の忍びらしゅうなった。
さように違いますか。
それが戦というものよ。わしとてこの年になっても戦のたびに変わったと感じる。
Oh God, why did this just freeze? Yeah, it is frozen even on the PlayStation. It just keeps on happening today. What is going on with this? Okay, I don't really want to restart the episode, so we're just going to restart the game. But this is how today has been. We get a crash bug here. Yeah, it is totally crashed. Kind of speechless, to tell you the truth. This is really tiring. I'm trying my best to stay super positive about everything, but this game is just not giving me a break today. So we gotta, looks like we totally have to close it out manually. It's dead. Okay, so we're gonna manually close that out since it crashed. Please close out. Yeah, and just so you guys know, I'm not crazy. You see, something went wrong with this game or app. Yeah, so we're going to report the error and tell it to get its crap together, because seriously, we've already restarted this episode 3 times now. So how's your guys' day? I'm just gonna stay super positive here. I'm gonna stay super positive and give it the benefit of the doubt every single chance I get. And if it still disappoints me at that point, I'm gonna call bullshit. That's what we're gonna do. Does that sound good? Okay. Maybe I should have gone to tennis, man. Okay. Hopefully it loads us back to the right spot here. True Egan. When I hear True Egan now, I'm thinking Severance. I'm not thinking Assassin's Creed Shadows. If anybody has seen Severance or hasn't seen Severance, make sure you go see Severance. It was really good. Just finished season 2. I want more. Okay, don't crash, old man. It's actually the second one of these crashes we've had in this game. I believe that was in a cutscene too.
もはや小娘ではなく伊賀の忍びらしゅうなった。
さように違いますか。
それが戦というものよ。わしとてこの年になっても戦のたびに変わったと感じる。
Okay, I think that's where it crashed last time, so we should be good.
他の頼みがある。
何なりとお申し付けを。
物見櫓の一つから知らせが途絶えておる。櫓に赴き詰めておる者の様子を見てまいれ。
もしや問題が。
わからん。されど織田に国境を破られた以上、用心するに越したことはない。村の南へ行き、櫓に入るにはこれを使うのだ。
Yeah, so this is supposed to be our introduction to the grappling hook and our first like real stealth section. But what... Okay, I think the first issue that I had with this is they didn't really tell us what our goal is here. We're supposed to go check on the tower, but the problem is when we get to the tower, it is overrun with enemies, and it's not clear on if the game wants you to be assassinating these enemies or if you're supposed to just stay hidden from the enemies. And that's kind of been like the issue with the previous stealth dream sequence as well. It's just not really knowing what we're supposed to be doing. Like, this looks like a way we're supposed to go. And if you go over here, you hit this, which is really annoying. Because you can't put just invisible walls in places that look like they're player paths. To me, that's just lazy design. So I do think, even if I'm trying to be positive on this, like, I've got to dock points from them from some of the Animus wall design, the way they just throw it wherever they want and box in the player. It feels like you're in a corn maze. It feels like at any time I'm expecting that wall to pop up because I'm not supposed to go that way. And that's not a good feeling, really. It doesn't feel open. You'd be much better off to just block it off with a cliff or some really dense foliage that you can't obviously get through. So yeah, I don't know really what they were thinking with that. I know there is a game in here that I really like, though, so I've got to get through this BS and actually get to where the good game is, because I was having fun with my my little bit of time I was able to spend with Assassin's Creed Odyssey recently, and got right back into that. This setting is even more appealing to me, so just do your thing, game. That's what I want to say. Just do your thing. But as the today's episode title says, something is just off about these first encounters. I'm going to try to take this... I mean, this is going in with the benefit of hindsight, knowing the way that they want me to go now. Yeah, I basically know where the bad guys are already. Okay, that was just a crappy swing. That's my fault. I'll take credit for that. Okay, so one big question that I have about... Yeah, like the controls are just kind of wily too, but I'm not sure where enemies can actually see me. Like, for example, like if I stand up here, am I visible to them, or can they not see me when I'm up here? I don't see that there's any on-screen indicators. Like, I think I made some sounds so they've got question marks on their head, but I guess they just don't look up? Is that like a thing in this game? I'm gonna guess that I need to just jump over here, but like, see, yeah, see, I'm viewable here. Okay, this time I was able to get through it. But that was, it's like it's a very specific path that you have to take. There's only one right answer to that. And the first like 3 or 4 times I didn't get it right, and then it just turns into pure chaos and you just fight everybody. Okay, so now what am I supposed to do though? See, like, you would think I'm pretty visible right now. Am I going to get found out if I'm on the roof, or am I just... Are they just retarded, or... Okay, we'll mark them. Okay, there's a guy down here, too. Probably a couple. Can I cut this bell with... See, like, all of this type of stuff, like, does this alert guards, or what? It feels like it should alert guards. Well, that definitely alerts guards. You know what? I'm gonna let them kill me because I want to do this stealth section right. The way that I want to find what they're intending me to do here. Go ahead, kill me, get it over with. Come on, you can do better than that. Okay. And we try again. There needs to be some type of indicator of whether your actions up above are actually being seen by the enemies, because right now I'm just not getting any feedback telling me, like, where did it start me right now? What the hell? Why would it start me here? That's just buggy. It's a buggy start point. Yeah, man, it's just like so early in the game for this to be this strict on the stealth stuff. It's pretty maddening, to tell you the truth. And now I'm fighting through the whole castle because this is a really dense area. You know what? Well, I'm going to say, designer, this kind of sucks. I'm sorry, I have to say, I am not happy with these stealth areas. They just don't flow well. There's no flow to them. The paths are not obvious. There's a very specific path that you have to take. It's not obvious. You have to take all different players into account, I think, and I don't think the messaging is good here. I think Assassin's Creed is better than this. That's not anything to say about this whole game. I think this whole game, from what I've seen, is really good. But, man, these stealth sections are utter crap, in my opinion. So I guess, like, the one path out of here, because, like, they put me in a spot where they put things all over the fence, so I can't climb the fence. I don't know if they can see me through this fence, because, you know, I stand here. I think they'll be able to see me there, so, like, the only place to go is to go up here. But there's also enemies all around me back here, so I feel like I'm standing out and I should have a chance of discovery here. They need to have some type of like sensors that are showing like how much the enemies are seeing you. Some type of visual like indicator on like what their cones of vision are or something. See, like I'm standing here. Can this guy see me up on the roof? Did they just never look on the roof or what? Do they want me to kill these guys, or am I just supposed to stay unseen? That was... There's no way that you would get through without being seen doing what I just did. Can I just assassinate this guy? See, there's no assassination button even popping up. Look at how close we are to these people. They put the things all over the fence. Like, it should not be an opening sequence of the game. This is like, should be something from far later in the game after you have more tools in your kit. Yeah, there's been hardly any combat training up until this point, too. I don't know, guys. I'm not having fun with this. This is not up to the level of quality I expect from Assassin's Creed. It is on so many other levels, though. Like, I feel like the art is there. The characters seem interesting. The location's interesting, but I just feel like it's probably the enemy placement and the flow of the levels just seems really off to me. Player messaging is utter crap. What is the good path around this area? I still haven't figured out. Okay, can we go up here without being seen? And see, look, they block off this area, so you can't go that way. So you're being funneled into like exactly where they want you to go, but it's not a smooth track from where they're asking you to go. Like this Get rid of this crap on top of the fence this early in the game. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't have anything to take him out. They've taken away any tools I have. I don't have any kunai or anything like that. Why are these guys not able to see me while I'm up on the roof? That's another question. See, I want to jump down into that bush down there while that guy's pathing. I'm just gonna let him kill me because we're gonna try this again. Like, seriously, I need to know what the developers intended in this area, because as somebody who's finished every single Assassin's Creed game to 100%, all the way from Assassin's Creed 1 up till Odyssey, like, I should not be having issues with this like I'm having. This is disappointing because I was really starting to get into this game, but I mean, another problem at the beginning here is just the fact that it's been so story and dialogue heavy and walking around following people for the first few hours of the game that, like, we haven't learned much about what our toolkit is and what we can use and what the rules of the game are as far as stealth is. See, can he see me right now? Really? I mean, I think the obvious answer is just to, if the stealth in this game really is this bad, get so powerful that it just doesn't matter, and then fight my way through everything. But see, there's no queue coming up to assassinate or anything like that. So I don't think they want me killing. Where is my assassination queue? Where are my kunais that I had earlier in the game? It has to be because this is like a flashback or something, and it's a flashback, I guess, before I knew how to do anything, but like, that feels horrible. Okay, so there's this tree route over here. Maybe this is the tree route that I need to take, but like, from here, where do I need to go? They blocked off the top with all of those. Okay, so it's the tree, and then, okay, that's the problem. The messaging on that was just way too hard to pick up on. And I'm an environment artist that really pays attention to the environment a lot, so yeah, they needed more dialogue, like a simple dialogue about like oh, let's stick to the trees or something like that, because we're supposed to be teaching me at this point, not punishing me, or at least give me the tools to, you know, actually fight back, you know, assassination tools or something. Yeah, just in my opinion, like, and that's all it is just my opinion. Whoever is handling the stealth sections at the beginning of this game did not playtest this enough or have enough feedback from players, because I am their target audience. I've played so many of these games. And their grappling hook, I don't know if I just do it on one try or what, you know. Every time I use that grappling hook to just swing across the whole environment, I feel like I'm probably super exposed and I need to get off of it really quick. Okay, so we're just gonna let him kill me again, because we're gonna do this the right way. We need to get through this stealth. Keep in mind, we're not 40 hours into this game right now. This is like literally the first 3 hours of the game, and we've hardly had control of Naoe during stealth situations. So kind of ridiculous. Now, if I just swing back and forth, am I going to be seen? Because I feel like anybody would be seeing me out of their peripheral vision if I'm swinging around like a monkey up here. Okay, so I've gotten back to where we were at the end of last episode. We have to go back and alert them. I don't know what comes next, but I'm hoping shit gets better than this, because nothing about that was fun. That was just... Give me the ability to assassinate the dudes that are below me. That would make that tolerable. Let me carve my own way through there. Don't put the hex things on top of every other fence and guide me through one small path that is correct. And then when you try to go down that correct path, it's just very unclear of whether the enemy is seeing you or not. And I know I'm complaining a lot about this, but it's just sloppy in my opinion. The other Assassin's Creeds haven't had this problem. We should have stealth stuff down by now. Maybe it gets better later in the game. I don't know, but maybe there's tools that are in my kit that I just don't have yet that are gonna make those type of situations way better, but I don't know. Why is this here? Okay, but for what? Maybe traversal when you're running back? I don't know.
櫓は織田の手に落ち、伊賀者は皆殺されておりました。
ネズミども、直ちに兵を向かわせよ。案ずるでない。お主は今日大切な忍びの教え、隠密、そして物見をしかと学んだのだ。
ことをなすには 様子を探ること。
若き頃の松は物見が得意であった。武術の腕も立つ上に優れた忍びであった。お主ならばあやつに並ぶ忍びになろう。お主の働きに礼を言う。
Yeah, kunai. Give me the kunai in like the last thing and we would have been fine. That should be a big developer no-no. You don't have one, because we had a stealth section earlier in the game where they gave us kunai, they gave us the grappling hook already, and we were able to assassinate people at will when they were below us, you know, jump on them, kill them, do the things you normally do in an Assassin's Creed game. But for some reason, that sequence we just did right there, we weren't allowed to kill anybody. The path to get around them was very unclear and annoying because of all those hex things they put on the roof in strange areas, and they expected us to know that we can only get through by the trees without any dialogue prompts talking about the trees or anything. That would be the best way to sum it up, probably, where my frustration is coming from.
表情集の儀からはいつ戻る？
わからぬ。だがお前も知ることになろう。共に行くのだからな。
私が伊賀の表情に？
これまで十分に鍛錬し、備えはできておる。座に加わるがよい。それゆえ、小娘だった頃のように聞き耳を立てずともよい。
やはり探っておるのはバレとったか。
ようやく一人前として招かれたのだ。向こうで会おう。馬を連れて行け。
Okay, so we are back in the present again. Hopefully we have our toolkits and stuff. Keep on getting knowledge points and I don't know where to spend it. I would think it would be here. Yeah, it looks like I have 4 knowledge points, right? Cost mastery point 1, so I don't have 1 mastery point. What are the points that I've been getting? Knowledge rank, next rank in 4.
トミ
直江。正康殿は？さあ、まずは中へ。
She said, "Mazu wa nakae." Like, for now, just come in. She didn't say, "I'll pour sake."
ご冥福を。音。
奴らのあの卑怯者どもの顔さえ見えていれば。
どういうこと？
あの世奴らを面をつけとった。 残りは11人おる。お父を殺した者ら、あれは鬼じゃ。
片野から来た面の男、ただのおかしな浪人ではないと知っておれば。一人じゃなかったんだね。
たくさんおる。
こいつらが正康殿を。
What the hell? Who painted this?
一人残らずお前の手で成敗しておやり。いいね。面をつけた者どもだけじゃない。その取り巻きも奴らに命じておる主君も皆だ。
無論ためらわず成敗する。
それでよい。死をすすぐは真のみ。物事を正すにはそれしかない。
皆の死を進む。
ならいろいろと支度がいるね。味方に道具も。
そのための隠れ家も。
ここを使うといい。
ここを。
天気の優れぬ日になぜ私の骨が痛み疲れやすくなるか、正康殿から聞いておらぬか。
いいよ。
戦だよ。何年も前の大名同士の。ここの土地をめぐって戦っときながら足を踏み入れることすらなかったお偉い殿様方まで。奴らの兵はうちの門も隣近所の門もみんな手当たり次第に殺してった。そうしてボロボロになった私を泥の中に放り出し、火を放って畑ごと焼こうとしやがった。
何言う。敵でもないのに。
邪魔だったのさ。うちの亭主の叫び声が途絶えた後、最後に聞こえたのは奴らの笑い声だった。私らの命などあいつらにとっちゃ虫けら同然さ。ああいう奴らは私らのことなんか気にしちゃいない。だから奴らを痛めつけると約束してくれるなら、私があげられるものは何でもお前にやる。
なら早速始めるとしよう。
直江、これを渡しておこう。
So I guess this is the hideout that we get. I've heard about.
「お父がいつも言うとった。山を築くには小さな石をたくさん集めて土台を作れとな。石はこれで足りるな。壁を作るにはこれで足りるじゃろう。これで頑丈な屋根ができる。さあ、建て始めるか。
You can customize and improve your entire base of operations. Building new rooms unlocks various advantages. Okay. What are we supposed to build? Yeah, their icons aren't really making too much sense. I've got diamonds, I've got checks, I've got levels, like... That mean those are built already, or what? I don't know. I don't really like building levels in game because this is what I do for work. I don't really want to do it during my... I had the same problem with Fallout 4. I'd prefer if you guys built the game for me. Experience gain 10%. That would be nice.
Haあ、前触れもなく訪れてすまなんだな。
俺、直江と暮らせ。
は
わしは牧のお寺に引きこもり善をなしておるつもりになっておった。じゃが、そなたの燃えるごとく気迫を見てわかった。わしは周りを見ず、ただ隠れておったのじゃ。山の上での隠遁を選んでな。
では、どこかに行かれるのですか？
Man, it has been... How many hours in are we to Assassin's Creed Shadows now? Spent so little time actually doing any fighting or assassinating. I think that's one reason that I'm getting a little annoyed. This is a very long opening without much where you're actually allowed to be free and make your own choices.
私が面倒を。
やけに面倒見がいいんだね。
味方が必要だと言うておったろ。純次郎が一人目だと思えばよい。
こら、触るな。
やはりお一人で。
このわしに暗記などできまいと思うておるな。
ここに来られたならば山をも越えられましょう。
純次郎を頼んだぞ。そなたらが思うておるより二人は似た者同士なのじゃ。
ところで、この傷のようなものは？
そやつは負傷しておる。もみ合いになり、おとうが耳を切ったんじゃ。
噂だが、耳をなくした男が堺におるとか。そいつの手下が摂津の南東で教女様のソーラと争ったとの話も聞いた。
ソーラ？
一向一揆衆、本願寺の生き残りさ。 今は教女様が率いとる。聞けば何かわかるかもしれないね。
他には？
して、この鉄砲の掘り込みは？
おそらくは小金であろうな。月の明かりしか届かずとも光って見えたくらいじゃ。よもや鉄砲があれほど輝くものとは。
あんた、堺の位置に行ったことがないね。あそこの職人の腕は群を抜いとるんだ。堺にならこの銃を知る者がきっとおる。行ってみるといい。堺は大きな町だ。危ういことも多いが、味方もきっと見つかる。助力してくれそうなものを見逃さぬようにな。
わかった。
鍛冶屋の近くに行ったら平次というやつを探すといい。熊みたいな男だが鍛冶の腕は一流だ。あいつには貸しがあるんだよ。
きっと探し出してみせる。たとえどこに隠れておってもな。
Okay, yeah, well, now that we got through that, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be really positive. As I said, I trying really hard to have a good time, and these last couple episodes have not really been that fun. Which is unfortunate because I know there's a game in here that I will like if I can get through this. I think probably the best way to say it would probably be piss poor pacing. The pacing at the beginning of this game is kind of ridiculous. What we're at 1 hour now. Let me pull up these other ones here. Okay, wow, okay, our first episode was 3 hours. Sorry, I'm checking my episodes right now. Our second episode was 1 hour, so we got 4 hours. And our third episode was 1 hour and 30. So we're with this one here, we're sitting at 6 hours and 30 minutes of gameplay, actual gameplay. Sorry, phone is ringing there. 6 hours of actual gameplay there, and yeah, we just haven't been able to control. The only times we've gotten to control now is just like when we're running through the forest aimlessly from one memory to the next, and all these memories, they've been very structured. Messaging has been really poor. Yeah, I will say that the first couple hours was a little bit better, but I think because we've gotten 6 hours or so in, it needs to start picking it up and taking off the training wheels a little bit, giving us the tools that we need to be able to, if I'm up on a roof and there's a dude down below me, for one, I should be able to tell if he's going to be able to see me on the roof or not. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you know, you'll be on a roof and you'll be moving around and you get that little, like, a little noise that pops off as like, hey, somebody just saw you, and you really quick duck down, and then like slowly it goes down. And there's like a similar system in this, but it's just really hard to understand compared to the previous iterations of that. And then you have this grappling hook where you're swinging across large areas of the levels, and it just doesn't make sense that nobody would see you when you're doing that. So for one, there's like the disbelief that I have of like, it's kind of ridiculous that you can swing all the way across a place where there's 10 dudes walking down below you and not be seen. But then there's also the gameplay side of like, okay, yeah, it's kind of a suspension of disbelief, but what is the actual system here? So because sometimes when you're on your hook and you're flying across, they can see you, and I don't know, they're guiding you in a way where like the only way you can get through those sections is to go in the one path that they have decided that you can go through, and that path makes you do some stupid stuff, in my opinion, that would get you seen. So it's like, it's just I feel pretty conflicted about it so far. The stealth stuff is not fun. I'm hoping they give us back our kunai, give us back our ability to jump off of a roof and assassinate somebody down below. In the last section, I snuck up behind a guy and no prompt even comes up for me to assassinate. And maybe because they're trying to go back in time where you don't have that skill yet, but if so, maybe that's not a good idea to do that, because that's not fun. And especially since they gave it to us in one mission, the one we were having more fun, where we were able to climb up around the castle, we were able to assassinate people that we got the jump on. But yeah, it's the jumping around in time is not doing this game any favors right now, and it's about 6 hours into the game, and we still have not really gotten to clear one area and feel like you had the freedom to approach it as you wanted to. So I they need to pick it up. The reviews on this game have been really good, so I think it must get better at some point. But right now, my opinion is pretty low of the. I would say specifically the gameplay, like the world itself, the graphics, even the characters seem pretty on point. But the placement of enemies, the messaging to the player, the animus walls thrown around everywhere, invisible walls that you just run into like a corn maze. Who knows when you're going to bounce into one, and it feels horrible every time you do. So that has been Assassin's Creed Shadows again. I'm by no means giving up on this one. I do think, as I said, it has to get better at some point. It's gotten really good scores. I love Assassin's Creed games. But where the hell's Yasuke too? Like, how many hours in now? And we only got to see him in the opening. So far, Naoa's gameplay kind of sucks, in my opinion. She can't do much with a sword in a fight. They've taken away my assassination abilities in the last couple dream sequences. So, what good is, got to remember, this is the introduction to the game. This is where you're trying to snag people in and make them want to keep on playing. So I am going to keep on playing because I want to get further into this, but I feel like they're doing everything possible right now to try to turn me off on this game. It's not that fun. So gonna go ahead and end this one here. I did want to do a couple other games before I go pick up Yuki. I was thinking about doing some Hogwarts Legacy, but tell you the truth, this has just been kind of draining. This between Disney Speedstorm being a disappointment today with all the microtransactions and the sloppy, buggy mess. We've crashed 2 times now in Assassin's Creed Shadows on PS5. Between all of that, it's just I think I need to go just relax and take a break for a little bit. This is not too much fun. I'm going to be back tonight with some World of Warcraft, a place where I know that I'm loved and that I love World of Warcraft. So it's a cozy place. It's not an annoying place. So that's where we're going to get back to. But it is almost 7 o'clock here now. I'm going to pick Yuki up at like 8. So, I will see you guys later. Probably a couple hours from now, I'll be back online with some World of Warcraft. Have a good one. If you're watching this on YouTube, sorry for the patchy start to this. We did have a couple crashes. It's been kind of a complaint fest. I don't usually... This is the first video you're seeing. Check out my other videos. I'm usually super overly positive about everything. I'm trying to give this one the benefit of the doubt, and it's just kind of disappointing right now. We'll hope for better next time. I know there's a fun game in here somewhere. I just gotta get through all these shoddy dev ideas to get to it. So that has been our episode. I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.